Hello, welcome to Timberborn and Stardew Vallejo, as we've named this community, based on the Stardew map. So we have been kind of waiting for some bad tides so we can get some explosives, but I think I'm going to move forward anyway. Now, I'm just kind of looking around because I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next. Um, I gave the creator some feedback regarding the lack of water on this map, and he gave me a good suggestion. So, which was, not to dump all this off the map. Instead, kind of try and use it for for the bad water. So I am going to try and do that. Um, but because he said when he played it, it sounded like he kind of used an aqueduct to bring it down over into here, and then um, stored a lot of it so that he could use it over time, which sounds like a good plan. But I don't know that I want to bring it over to here because we have this. I guess we could use it in here. We could like bring it this way. Except for I don't really want to cover up the crypt, which we would definitely have to do coming this way. So I'm thinking we might actually end up coming this way. But that might be what we end up doing. And then, so what I would need to do then, see here, yeah, so we've got two going here, so this is good. If we bring it, so if we put our aqueduct, so we put our canal down here, and then on top of that, we put our aqueduct for the bad tide. We could potentially bring it over this way and set up a bad water production kind of facility over here. Now, I was looking at moving these storages here so that, over here to where we have moved the production. So we might actually just be able to get by with doing a bad water production center here, which I'm kind of liking. Now, that will take a lot more materials, I think, than coming this way. But I think that's the way we'll go. The only thing is we will need dynamite to kind of blast this out so that we can build what we want to build. So that we can build our way over this way. Okay, I was trying to think of how to say that. To build our waterworks. How's that? That covers both bad water and good water. Okay. In the meantime, I think we're going to still, I don't know what we're going to do with this space here, but what I think we can do is move our storages over here. And let's see. Yeah, if we do, well, if we do that, then I cannot plant underneath there. Yep. Wow, did placing that just like take out? It does take out those stumps. That's interesting. But if I do another level, then can I plant? I can. Okay. So testing is done there. We'll want, and then see, we're gonna want to move our metal, our scrap metal. Now our scrap metal, we ought to be able, see, we can't. Yeah, I wanted to take this down. But maybe I don't do that. Maybe we get rid of this guy here. And then we put our scrap metal here. No. We want it on the other side. We want it there so that the miners come right out of the mine and up in here to deliver the product. And that, yeah, we don't need. We don't need the 4. We can get by with the 3. So we'll make this scrap metal supply. Okay, so that'll be 1. That'll be moving this guy. Very good. And then, let's see. So we would break this. Gonna have that do that. But then in this case we'll need 4s. Oh, wrong button. We'll go ahead and get started while we're doing this. They can get started on this. Okay, and so then we will do. And this will be, since there's metal right here, we'll make this metal supply. And then we'll make this our treated planks supply. But, like, how do we make it a convenient way down into here? I think probably the only way to do that is by moving this road. Because then we can do this. And this. But I'm trying to figure out where I could put my pine resin. Because I want to move the pine resin over here as well. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I could fit it here, but then I have this issue. Like, do I turn this guy here? Do we have... Yeah, we have this guy working anyway. We're full of dirt. So let's pause our dirt. The thing is, I don't want to block. I mean, I could put it right here, put a platform here and then just put it here on top of here, but we want to get rid of this, eventually make this a flat square. So I suppose I could do this. I think I would, no, I would need 3. Maybe. Because then we can come up here like this. I'm not sure that we care too much about making, this will be square here along of our road. So we can build on top of this. So I think we can actually do 3 like this. Put in a platform. And then we can do storage here. And this will be the pine resin obtained. And then it should be easy for our woodwork shop to run up here, drop off the treated planks, run up here, grab some pine resin. And then I think that we're going to do another up. And eventually we will put a haulers right here. To, kind of service this area here. Okay. We have 4 explosives? Oh, what would we want to use those explosives for? Where did we get 4 explosives from? Could have probably saved ourselves a lot of headache just by taking those 4, taking out these guys right here. No, not really. All right, so that's so we want to empty this guy. 4 explosives. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I think what we're also going to do is we're going to, on a temporary basis, we're going to come back in here and we're going to build a spot well, no, we don't want that. We'll want to do a 3 so that whenever we're ready to move away from this solution, we can empty everything out. And then what we'll do, maybe we won't. Because this is no, it's a 2. Okay. So we will put in, well, going to get rid of these because we want to put in, and these will just be open, open to allow bad water to flow into this area here. So we're not going to get a lot of bad water out of here. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. But we'll get some, and we'll be able to use this additional source for a little bit more bad tide or bad water production. Okay, we'll pause that, but that will be bad water. Okay, we can go back to working. So this is just going to be a temporary kind of solution here. Supply, 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 supply. Wow. Okay, so, huh? Oh, I thought that was going up. I was going to say, how's that working? So, okay, that was 150 that was in there. Okay. All right. So we didn't get rid of this. Fantastic. Let's make some more metal in before we run out anyway. And you guys, it's wet season, so we don't need you running. We have 10 unemployed beavers, so let's open our additional builder's hut. Have a drought. Well, you know, that's okay. Because that gives us a chance to get this in place at least before the next drought. And we'll do that, but we're going to pause these until we get this built. Okay, and this is our treated planks, so we're going to empty this. Let's prioritize this one. And then that way we can start emptying this guy. Oh, well, you know, if you built this, then you wouldn't have to be doing this, coming over here to try and build that guy. Yeah, you're going to build the storage first so that you can then say, no, they're not connected. All right. Okay, now where's our pine resin? Paper. Pine resin, empty this guy. Uh-oh. I feel some sneezes coming on. So we could probably make this books supply and then get rid of this one here. Let's do that. Because we can build our aqueduct across the top of this. Okay, we're not keeping up with planks. Build more planks. 6-day drought. Because I think then what we will do, yeah, we have to be careful about using these as our water release, because if we do that, these will drain this so fast that there'll be no water in here. So I think what we're going to do, well, let's come over here. Build that. Let's make this a priority. Let's work our mind for a little bit. All right, now let's drain this. All right, very good. So we can get rid of this. And we want to put, yeah, those there. We're going to close these for now. But we are going to set them to close above 3%. Oop. 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 All right, closed. Because we don't want them running just yet. And we're going to build a pipe that drops the water down into here, runs it over here. And then on top of that, we will build our bad water aqueduct. So let's make this a high priority, please. So that's all closed up before the wet season comes back and overwhelms our little canal, our quick fix, our temporary fix here. Looks like we didn't need this. All right. Oh, okay. I guess we could run them because, yeah, they just have the 2 empty positions. Put a want ad in the paper. See if we can get some more beavers moving in. Get jobs available. Oh. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, we can get rid of this. So we will want to keep our explosives factory over here. I was going to say, why are we lacking workers? All right, let's go ahead and pause you. We don't really need like a super high intensity building program right now. So I think what we'll end up doing, let me test this at nighttime while they're all sleeping. Yeah. Pause that. So we'll end up pause, pause, pause. That will be the beginning of our pipe. But, yeah, we can't do that. All right. Because we can't leave that open here to the sides. Yeah. So all of this, let's pause this. Well, no, because we want to build a pipe for our water to get down into here. Well, or just the waterfall. Yeah. Yeah, just a waterfall. But still, we will need to put in this. So pause that. Well, I guess we didn't have to get rid of the road. And then we do a 5 by 5. So pause that and that. Yeah, and what we'll do is oh no, okay. Nope, that's not going to work. All right. Well, because really I needed to let bad water come out this way and then pipe it up and over. It would not be good to try and have bad water only flow out of the top of the reservoir. So, really? We had a big death wave going on? Jiminy Christmas. So we may end up having to bring it back this direction anyway. What we could potentially do is actually make this our bad water area production. Yeah, that could be what we do. So then let's get rid of this. All right. In the meantime, we can keep all this green. Let's move our storage, our carrot storage. Oh, down here. Obtain. We'll empty this guy. And we're going to make this all potatoes. So don't plant any more of these guys. Because what we'll do is we'll say, yep, at 60. Well, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, don't plant that. And then we will not replant these potatoes here, or these potatoes. Okay, but I think in the meantime we are set up for our next bad tide of capturing more than we did before. Really, come on now. No, we don't want to get rid of that. But then still, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, then how? But how do I get around? Oh, okay. Well, no. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I was tripping. Because I was thinking I needed to build, these over here. But I don't. I can build them coming this direction. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do 3. Oop. And then a 6. Oh. Okay. But I can't get over those trees. That's all right. We'll do a 5. Then we do a 5. Oh. We'll have to do 3. Because then we do, well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we could potentially do a 3 here and then a 6 like that. Okay. So then we do 3 here. Yeah. Except for that won't work. We do a 2 here, and then a 2. And we do a 1 here, and then a 3. And then that way they can reach all of that. And then we do 6s. And then here we do the 5s. And that works except for the whole path up this way. And so we can shift our path over to here, but if we do that, then we are losing out on our contemplation spots here. Huh. Because if we take this out, I think this becomes much darker. This becomes a red. Because this is our path down from here. Okay, well, that's all the time we have left for today's episode, though, so we'll have to figure that out later. Let's zoom out, show what we've been working on, and hopefully you enjoyed that, and you'll come back and join us when we continue. Until next time, have a terrific day.